Hello, everybody. It's Dana Sullivan, the Stampin' Chick, here for another Think Tank Thursday. This isn't Thursday. It's not Thursday. We are here for day 7 of the 12 days of Christmas tags. How are you today, my friends? I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day today. Okay, folks, so I am only doing the face down camera today. And much like the disclaimer yesterday, if I have to mute my camera, please forgive me. I'm I'm definitely dealing with the icky cruddy stuff. So I'm gonna try to get through this though, because I really want to share today's project with you, and I didn't want to do it recorded. I really wanted to do it live. So, hey Estrada, how you doing, Love Bug? I see Miss Inika is here, and Dawn. Hello, ladies. How are you? I'm so happy to have you guys here today. Okay, now there may be some noise in the background of the studio as well, because I have put Tinker Tom to work doing some die cutting for me, and I'm very grateful to him for doing that. So you may hear a click and pop here and there. It's him running the die cut machine. So you want to say hello? You might as well now. Say hello.
Hello, everybody.
That's his best Stampin' Chick impression. The cough is hanging on for dear life, darling. It really is. So, anyway, we're gonna try to get through this project this evening because it's super cute. I know you guys are gonna love it, and I'm gonna go ahead and get to it before the coughing and hacking starts up again. Okay, so today we are using the Merriest Trees Stamp and Die bundle. I believe, let's see, I'm certain that the stamp set is still available, but I'm not sure actually if the dies are available yet or not. Let me just take a quick look. I know that they were supposed to be coming back in stock this last week, I believe. So let me just take a quick look here. Folks are telling you hello, darling. All right, let's see. Okay, the Merriest Trees dies actually are not available yet. They've been pushed back another week. Doggone it. Okay, well, the stamp set is still available. All right, we're going to keep moving. Keep moving right along. Okay. One of the things that I absolutely love about the dies that go with this stamp set is that each of the trees here are another layer of this tree. So there are so many different ways that you can stamp it, and so many different ways that you can apply it, that it really gives you a lot of versatility and a whole lot of different options. So it's great. Plus, you guys know that we've already used the tag die itself here in one of the other tags. Now, I'm not going to be using the tag die this time. Instead, I'm going to build a tree using these dies, and we're going to see what we come up with, okay? All right. I've already pre-die cut, and I've pre-stamped some things, but let's see what we've got here. We have the largest of the tree. We've got the next largest, and you'll notice that they line up perfectly. Okay, like that, so that you can give some texture to your tree. And each layer is the next layer up on the tree, which is the coolest thing. I love how they did it. And plus, because of the design of the tree itself, I mean, you could, maybe not the top piece there, but you could use that as a separate tree. You could use that as a separate tree, etc., etc., right? So it's really cool how you can do all of the different things with the same dies. I think that is so awesome. So we are going to be doing it like this today because I love all of those layers. All right, so we're going to do that. And then we also have these, which are the garlands, right? Like that. Okay, let me set those off to the side though, because otherwise I'm just going to have to move them again anyway. Now those things are a little tedious because they're so tiny, but they really do make the project, okay? So we're going to go ahead and use them anyway. And then let's see here. I have other things. So I have done this die cutting in shaded spruce. All right, so my tree is shaded spruce. I've brought in that lemon lime twist because, I mentioned it last night and we didn't use it. And I thought, you know what? It was already sitting over here on my table, so I'm going to use it anyway. And then I have pecan pie for the tree trunk. I've got a few pieces that I went ahead and die cut out of basic white, but these pieces actually match up with the gift stamps that are in the set. So we will stamp the gifts here in person together. And then I've got the solid star and that beautiful decorative star. And I've done these in gold foil. And the reason why I did both of them is because when you layer them together, it really gives you that depth and dimension of a tree star, right? So it's not quite as boring as just the plain star. And, the filigree star by itself is pretty, but with the two together, they are fantastic. So we like that. And then I actually went ahead and there's my other. These are little bow die cuts, so we'll stamp those as well. I actually went ahead and stamped and heat embossed in gold the little ornament sets here. I don't know how many of these we'll end up using. If we decide to use them at all, I assume we might, but I just wanted to have some already on hand, and especially with heat embossing, that's noisy and everything. So I went ahead and did them ahead of time, but they are gold foil, so it's probably not going to pick up for you, but there you go. You can kind of see the shine to it. All right, let's slide these over. I'm just going to take that tree stand and slide them out of the way. Okay, now I want to do my little tree trunk here. And because we're using photopolymer stamps, of course, we're going to use the Pierce mat when we do any stamping. So I'm going to bring that in. And I'll go ahead and put these up here as well. There we go. So they are out of the way also. All right. So there. And yeah, I agree. A Christmas tree does need ornaments. Okay. For the tree trunk itself, we're going to do a tone on tone. Now let me see if I can bring you guys in just a little bit closer. There we go. I don't want to get so close that it's distorted, but there we go. Okay. I'm going to take that stamp that matches, tap, 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 not smush, smush, smush in the pecan pie ink. And I'm going to attempt to line it up with the paper. And we did pretty good. Okay. Now then, I'll set that off to the side. And at this point, because our tree is pretty plain, it's just the tree color, and our trunk just normal, and we've got our little tree stand in, oh my goodness, lemon lime twist. We can make our gift packages and ribbons just about any color. I'm thinking that maybe we could do a flirty flamingo. How about let me see here. Let's do, you know what? Let's do Melon Mambo. Summer Splash. And Berry Burst. How about we do something totally different than traditional? Of course, we have the traditional color of tree and everything, but we've got some kind of fun and funky colored gift packages, right? Okay, let's see here. Enika says, hubby put up our tree and decided to use only red and transparent glass ornaments, but mostly red. He bought us a lot more. That's wonderful. We did a little bit of changing up with our stuff this year too. My living room and our regular home Christmas decorations are kind of what I would say maybe rustic cabin type themed. Red and black buffalo plaid with, burlap and twine and things like that, metal, tin metal effects and things like that. Super cute. And a natural warm white lights. And then in the studio, we just got a new setup of tree and decorations. And I went with like a retro 50s, pale pink, minty green, and red and white theme. So I really love that. And actually, I took a handful of pictures in the last couple of days because I've been getting all of my decorations up. And so I'll be putting together a little TikTok video, Facebook, YouTube short or something like that soon so that you guys can see, because I'm just in love with the different colors and something different. It's just different. So I love that. All right. Now then, we've got our fun and funky colors here. And let me see, I'll do this one in Berry Burst. Okay, let me see if I can line it up. There we go. All right, pretty cool. And I will definitely show pictures of it, love. I'm really excited about it. And I'm going to be, I think I'm going to have to make some decorations too. I really like homemade decorations and ornaments and things. And I crochet. So I think I'll be doing some little crocheted ornaments. And I want to make some really cute little pom-pom garlands and things like that with the same colors, but it will not likely be for this year. So I don't know. I'll see what I can do, but I'm not going to hold my breath for it, because it's entirely possible it won't get done in time for this year's Christmas. But I can definitely at least still show pictures of what we do have. And then Tinker Tom is actually Clark Griswold reincarnate. So he handles the outside business and he's got all kinds of stuff. The house is trimmed in white and he has put inflatable Santa and Frosty and put some colored lights for a Christmas tree, like the lights come up to make the shape of the tree. And he put some little reindeer right outside my studio door, so the little door frame area is really cute. And yeah, he's just pretty spiffy like that. So, okay, now I think I want to. Let's see. I don't think I need a melon mambo or one of those because it's already got a little bow on it. So we're just going to use that. And then we will do this one here, I think, and this one here. So let me set that aside. I know I've got it brought in pretty close still, but that's just because I really want to make sure that we don't have the issues that we had yesterday with our focus and all of that stuff. And this way you guys can see these tiny little spots because they are really, really tiny. There we go. That's super cute. All right. And then we have this last one here. And I really like this Stampin' Die bundle. I was so excited when they put it in the annual catalog. Or is it in the annual catalog? It's in the online exclusives. You know what? I'm a little bit scattered again today. So you guys can tell I'm in the last few days kind of weird and out of sorts sort of with the whole coffee hacky gross and anyway. All right, now then let me just bring you back up a tiny bit. There we go. And this way we can work on the whole tag. All right, now I anticipate that we are going to have to punch a hole through this whole thing. Or we can put a hole through a little piece. Like we could make a little piece to go on the back that comes up just a little higher and we punch that. So we'll work on that here in just a second. But I'm going to give you guys an option here. I know this isn't Think Tank Thursday, but since we're live, we might as well, right? What I want to know is, should we put dimension between each of these layers or maybe only on this side? And that way, as we put these together, it fluffs out just a little bit like that. And so it'll fluff just a little like that, but then this side could still be glued directly, or for that matter, we could glue these ones directly here, fluff here, and then put this whole piece on dimensional so that it also looks fluffy up here as well. I think maybe that's what we should do. What do you think? And then while you're thinking about that, I'm going to go ahead and see if I can attach my bows to my packages. Yeah, I'm going to need a little more glue than that, huh? Okay. go. There's that one. And oh, good. I'm glad that you agree with me. I think that's probably going to make it really nice. Okay. All right. There we go. Okay, so we've got our little gift packages there. Let's start with this one. And I want to put dimensionals along the bottom of it. There. And then this part will glue directly. And then we'll put dimensionals along the bottom part of this one, and it'll glue directly. And then along the bottom part of this one, okay. And then let's do, we need to cut this one up just a little bit. Okay. There we go. So we'll put this one here, and then here, and there we go. Okay. Now then, let me take the liquid glue here, and I'm actually not going to attach it at all in here. I'm just going to leave that open. So I'm putting a little bit of glue near the top point of the tree, and then we'll let it fall how it falls. So it may try to sag just a teeny tiny bit, but it's not going to matter because it's going to sag kind of at the angle there. So I think that is going to be perfect. And you can see here what I'm talking about. Like it's a little wider here, and then it goes down to nothing there. So that's perfect. It's exactly what we want. All right. Then we need a little bit here. What are you doing, buddy? I've got one of our fur babies in the studio with me. He hurt his leg earlier today. I don't know if he maybe hit it on the step when he was coming back up into the house or what he did, but he's been hopping on it a little bit, and so I've got him separated from the other two so that they'll leave him alone long enough to let him be comfortable. So if you hear any of those sounds, it's him here in the studio with me. All right, there we go. And I really think this is working out because it's giving us some lift, but taking down some of the bulk. And I think that's perfect. Okay, and then let me take these last bits off here. And just like we did the others. Okay. The glue. There we go. Okay, I'm just saying I really like the way this is looking, and look at how little bit of bulk this is. So yesterday on the live on Think Tank Thursday, Enika, you mentioned that you don't really do tags very much, but you thought you could put them on cards. And this would be a terrific way to do this particular tree on the card because that is a whole lot less bulk than it would be layers upon layers of dimensionals. So I think that worked out perfectly. Okay, let me do this last one. And for this one, I did go ahead and put dimensionals on the top as well, just to give the entire thing just a little bit of lift. Okay, and there we go. So there's our tree, and like that. I love it. Let's see. You have a Goldie. Oh, she's 14 months old, and you got her on December 8th last year. That is so sweet. The one that's in the studio with me is, we call him our little pound puppy. His name is Apollo, and he's an 85-pound Golden Pyrenees pit terrier mix. We actually had done a DNA test on him. We had subscribed to the Bark Box. I don't know if you guys get Bark Box out there, but BarkBox is it's just a monthly subscription that comes for the pups, and it has a couple of packages of treats and a couple of toys in it, and it's always themed, so it's a lot of fun. And we had subscribed to it for the DNA kit, so they were giving a DNA kit free with the subscription. And so we did that, and we were able to find out exactly what he is because we were not sure at all what he could be. And the shelter had said that he was a terrier hound, and that he wasn't going to get any bigger than maybe 35 pounds or so. And like I said, he's 85 pounds now. He stands right about to my thigh. He's a pretty big boy, but he's also like the biggest coward and baby that you ever met, and he's so super sweet. And then Willow is my boxer dog. She's a purebred boxer. We had got her with the intention of doing shows with her. So she's had her ears done and her tail are done. And she and I did shows together for a little while. And she did really well, but the little heart murmur that we thought was just an innocent puppy murmur turned out not to be that. And as she got a little bit older, it kind of got a little more intense, and she didn't grow out of it, so we weren't able to show anymore. So that was unfortunate, but now she's just living at home, and she's the diva of the house and runs the whole world. And then there's Hank. Hank is a black lab and mastiff mix, also a shelter puppy. And he was 50 pounds at 6 months. He is now almost 8 months old, and we've had him since the 1st of November. So we've only had him for a little over a month, and he is already so much a part of the family, and is just the sweetest little thing ever. Well, he's not little, obviously, but he is just the sweetest guy. He is so soft and fluffy, and he's great. So that's our little collection. We have a collection of fur babies, and if I had my way about it and we had a bigger house, I would absolutely have 100 of them because I just love dogs. And because I can't stand the idea of them being left in a shelter somewhere. It breaks my heart. Okay. Now then, we have our tree assembled. We have the trunk put on just behind the tree, and then we have the tree stand right in front of it. So we've got that going on. Pretty cool. Now then, my thought is that we will be able to put presents kind of like something here. I'm not sure like what, but like something. Apollo, hey, don't do that, please. Okay. If I can manage to figure out how I want it to go, that would be ideal. I kind of want that one to be propped up, but the bow goes the long ways. So, you know what? I don't know. There we go. Yeah, I don't really care for that, so I'm just going to bring it back down. You looked for a shelter dog for almost a year, but there was not a single one who could get along with cats. Oh my. Yeah, and you have 3 kitties. Oh my goodness. My daughter, my eldest daughter, has a few kitties and a husky. And my middle child has, they've got 2 kitties. And then the youngest one, Hannah, has 1 kitty. So all of my kids have kitties, but I'm definitely a dog person. um, oh yeah, dogs were kind of old, yeah. So I don't know about there, but here our shelters are badly, badly overrun. Um, it's really sad how many dogs, well, and cats as well, um, are in the shelters. The shelters are overly full, and it's really unfortunate, you know. But what do you do? Well, we spay and neuter, of course, but not all people do that. So, okay, let's get back to things that we can control and paper crafting. I'm going to put that gift right about there. And I'm going to put this one right about here. And then this guy I put on dimensionals to get them separated out just a little bit. Okay, so like there. There we go. Okay. And then we're going to put our star together. Now, I will tell you, when it comes to using any of our foil papers, you really want to be careful about putting the glue on, because if you happen to get the glue on the front, it will leave a scuff mark and it won't come off. I mean, you can work it off, but it leaves a smudge and it dulls your foil, and it's sad. So I'm going to be very careful about that. And here we go. Just touch. Let me see if I can get my little... Did you take my pokey tool? Yes, you did. Listen here, mister. I need... I'm looking for another pokey tool. This isn't really a pokey tool, but no, that's just... Oh, no, that's just the... It's okay. I got this. I just want to get the glue from the little space right there, so that way it doesn't schmooze out. Schmoozing is indeed a word. Okay. All right, there we go. Let's put that down nice and easy. There we go. All right. Now then, I like that. And we're building quite the little scene here, aren't we? Okay. Now, I do think we also need to put a little dimensional right there on the top. And let me see if this is big enough or small enough rather. I may have to cut this mini dimensional in half. All right. Let's see. Try. Yep, I'm going to have to. Okay. That's pretty bad when you've got to cut a mini dimensional in half, right? All right. Here we go. Go on. Go on. Get off my finger, please. There we go. Okay. Now then, that'll work. All right. Here we go. And there's our beautiful little star. I love it. Okay. Glue on foil is a little disaster. Yes, it is. You are right, my friend. Okay, now we have the garlands here, which go like this. And we have one for each layer of our tree. There we go. Like that. And across the top. So let me see. If you have the Take Your Pick tool, which is my most favorite tool ever on the planet to use, and I could have used my pokey tool from that. That's what he was pointing out to me. But I like to take this piece, which is your little tacky side, and I use this to hold on to little bits. For example, this little banner right here, I'm going to pick it up with that pokey tool that way, or the tacky side. That way I've got the back side exposed and I can add my little bits of liquid glue. And then I can also use it to put my pieces exactly where I want them. So let me just, right there. Okay. And then let's pull these off again now. That way I can grab it better. And little touch of glue on each of the spots here. Just a tiny bit. Doesn't have to be very much at all. Just barely touching it. Okay. There. All right. And there we go. Notice I'm barely even touching any glue on here. I don't want much at all. A tiny little bit goes a long, long way, and we don't want it to smush out. Okay, there we go. Fabulous. And our tree is coming to life. Take Your Pick tool was the first tool you purchased from Stampin' Up. I love it. Yes, the Take Your Pick tool is definitely one that I highly recommend to any and everyone. Okay, and this one will go this way. And we're just zigzagging these down the tree so that it looks like the garland was wrapped around the tree, right? You guys know how garland works. There we go. And the last one here. Now, I think for all of the decoration on this particular tag, I think that the gold thread, um, I think we had used it on one of the tags yesterday. I really think that's probably the best one to use for today. We don't need a whole lot of extra stuff going on at the top because we've got our tree star, of course, and the whole tag itself is decorated beautifully. So I think that we'll be good with that. Oh, I actually think I want to do one other thing here. I was just thinking about this, and I had actually thought about it earlier, and then I didn't do it. So when you're looking at this tag and thinking to yourself, where am I going to write my to and from and all of that stuff on here? I had a solution for that, and that was to do another die cut tree in white and put it right there on the back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this down for just a second. I'm going to run this over to the fabulous Tinker Tom, and he will cut one out for us right quick. And while he's doing that, I will grab the gold thread. Okay. Would you mind, darling? Okay. Gold thread. There we go. All right. And then, of course, we still need to put our ornaments on. So we can also use the take your pick for that. And just hang a few little ornaments on here. So let's see. How many is too many ornaments on a Christmas tree? Does anyone know the answer to that? This is kind of like doing the little embellishments too, where you're having to figure out exactly how many you would do. And the answer to that is I don't know. Thank you, love. Look at that. All right. I think we've got 5, and 5 is a good number. So I will kind of finagle these around a little bit. Maybe. I tell you what. There we go. That's a little better. There. I don't want that to be on the same side though. There we go. Maybe like that. Yeah. Okay. All right then, let's go ahead and add a little bit of liquid glue just to the back side of each of those. Oops. And occasionally it gets away from you. Occasionally it gets away from me. There we go. All right. And come on. That putty doesn't stick to embossing. That's what it is. That's interesting. Did you know that? I didn't know that. All right, there we go. Okay. There we go. I have a sampler class tomorrow. I'm really excited for. My girls are coming over, and a couple of them I haven't seen in weeks. And it feels like forever because they're just absolutely beautiful people. And, you know, when you've got your friends and they're really sweet and you have a great time together, you really want to spend time. And when they're gone, you miss them. And I am very fortunate to have some beautiful crafting folks that come and hang out in my classes and are just wonderful, wonderful folks. So I'm looking forward to tomorrow. All right, there we go. I think that's a little farther over than I initially intended, but that is cute. Okay. Now then, I think everything is attached. Let's go ahead and attach this piece to the back, and that will give us a nice background to write our to and from on. Now, when you do this, though, you will want to remember that you're actually going to put the die front facing. You're going to want to put that lined up with the tree itself. Okay. So we're having to put glue on the front of the tree rather than the back of it because the tree actually has a very specific way that it goes. All right. There we go. And another good feature of that is that it locks in that tree stump or tree trunk. So that's good. All right. And then we have that. Now, you know what? As I thought that, another thing we can do right here is we can go ahead and add our twine right there, and we don't need to put a hole. So let's do that instead. I think that'll be a good idea. All right. And I'm just going to make a loop with this one. So I'll do it maybe right about there. Do you like that, Dawn? Oh, I think it's absolutely adorable. All right. So I'm going to put those little tails together. I'm going to tuck them in here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a bit more glue right in here. And I'm going to keep it away from the edge because I'm going to put enough of it that it holds the thread. And I know that's going to be enough to kind of ooze out a little bit. So if I don't put it right at the edge of the paper, then as I do this and push it down, it will go ahead and come to the edges of the paper and it'll be perfect. Okay, there we go. And there we have it. All right. I love it. Now, of course, this doesn't have a sentiment on it whatsoever. But if you want a sentiment put on here, certainly you could. There are several really cute ones in the Stamp and Die bundle. Hoping your home is filled with the spirit of the season. That would be super cute to you and yours. And actually, you could stamp this on the back side here and maybe even stamp a couple of the little gift packages if you wanted to, just to make its own little scene back there. You could do whatever you wanted. So there you go. That is what we've got here. Of course, another thing we could do, because as you guys mentioned yesterday, bling is kind of essential for Christmas and especially for Christmas tags. We could come in here with our Wink of Stella and just light those little garlands up a little bit as if they were Christmas lights, just like that. Which they could be Christmas lights. You know, it could be Christmas lights or Christmas garland, whatever you want it to be. And yeah, just a little bit of sparkle like that is all we need, and it's very cute, right? Okay. Well, thank you guys so very much for hanging out with me this evening. I am utterly impressed that my cough has suppressed long enough to get through this a little. That is a wonderful blessing all in of its own. So I will go ahead and say good night. And I will see you folks here again Monday evening at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I won't be doing the tags during the weekend, but I will pick it back up again on Monday with day 8. Okay, so there you go, guys. I hope that you enjoyed today's tag. I hope that you guys will try this out. This, again, would make another really cute ornament, also, wouldn't it? All right. Have a wonderful weekend, folks. I hope you do. And until then, I will see you all later. Bye.